I thought I could fade away from my mistakes quietly, sparing my husband any more pain than I'd already caused. But fate doesn't bargain. It chooses its own merciless timing. He caught me. It was supposed to be the final meeting, the end of everything I should have never started. But there he was, standing at the edge of it all, watching as I tried to close a door I never should have opened. The look in his eyes didn't spark anger. It shattered something deeper. I thought that was my rock bottom. I was wrong. It was only the beginning. That morning, I stripped myself of everything false. No makeup, no perfume, just a plain gray sweater and jeans. I wanted to show this wasn't desire anymore. It was closure. I sat across from Julian, the man I had betrayed my husband with, in the dim corner of a quiet cafe tucked between old brick shops. The same place this reckless flame had first been lit months ago. "It's over," I said, my voice steady though my chest ached. "I can't keep doing this." Julian leaned back, a smirk curling on his lips as he stirred his coffee lazily. "If you're so sure, Marissa," he said coldly, "why cross the line in the first place?" The words burned like salt in a wound. Loneliness, restlessness, the hunger for something that felt alive. None of it justified what I'd done. I didn't notice the black sedan pulling up across the street. Didn't see the man in a dark coat step out, hands in pockets, staring through the cafe window with those calm, patient eyes. I was too busy ending what never should have begun. Julian didn't argue. He stood, dropped a few bills on the table, and leaned close enough for his words to cut. "Tell your husband I'm sorry, he didn't see your worth before I did," he said, cruel pity disguised as charm. Then he walked out, leaving me shaking. I grabbed my purse, ready to leave. Relieved it was over. But when I turned toward the door, my world froze. He was there. My husband, Daniel. He stood in the entrance, silent, still as stone. No anger on his face, only eyes like ice, calm, unreadable, final. He said nothing. Didn't ask a thing. Just turned and walked away. I bolted after him, my voice cracking. "Daniel, please, let me explain. It's not what it." He didn't stop. Didn't look back. Climbed into his car. The engine roared, and he vanished. I stood on the sidewalk, my pulse thundering. This wasn't coincidence. He had known. He'd come to see it himself. That night, I didn't sleep. His side of the bed stayed untouched. His closet had gaps. His charger, gone. His cologne, the one I used to tease him about hoarding, missing. My calls went to voicemail. My texts unread. No answers. The house was painfully still, not from absence, but from intent. Daniel wasn't going to shout or fight. He was dismantling our life piece by piece, quietly, precisely. By morning, it started. A notification on my phone. "Your access to the shared account has been revoked." I tried logging in. Locked out. Then an email. Password changed for security reasons. Panic rose. I called the bank, voice trembling. But the security questions were changed. Daniel had done it. He was cutting me off cleanly, completely. Desperate, I drove to his brother's house. Matthew had always been our bridge, the calm voice in every storm, the one who helped Daniel pick my ring. When he opened the door, his eyes held no warmth. "Matthew, please," I sobbed. I was ending it. I swear. He just showed up. His expression stayed cold. "Ending it," he repeated sharply. "Do you even know what you've put him through?" Years of self-doubt. Nights wondering why he wasn't enough. Counseling sessions he never told you about because he wanted to be the man you needed. He shook his head. "He's not angry anymore, Marissa. That's what should scare you." Then he shut the door, leaving me shaking on the porch. The next afternoon, a thick envelope arrived. Divorce papers, dated 3 weeks earlier. Before that cafe meeting. Before I tried to end it. Daniel had already known. He'd been planning his exit long before I realized I was losing him. Inside were financial records. Every account closed, my name removed, every asset sealed. Even a restraining order. I called the lawyer listed, voice trembling. "There must be a mistake. He can't just erase me." The attorney's tone was flat. Mr. Whitaker requests all contact through counsel. His assets have been moved to protected accounts. There's nothing to discuss. That's when I understood. Daniel wasn't leaving me. He was erasing me. At work, whispers followed me. Conversations stopped when I walked in. Then came an email. Mandatory ethics meeting, 1 p.m. Inside the room sat HR and my manager. A folder between them, emails, photos, anonymous reports. You're being placed on immediate leave, HR said coldly. Pending review. My private shame was now public. Another box appeared at my door, my name written in Daniel's careful handwriting. Inside, my cleaned wedding veil, a flash drive, and a note. You wanted closure. Here's mine. Don't contact me. Hands shaking, I plugged it in. Footage from the cafe. Our entire conversation, word for word, from a hidden camera. It ended with Daniel's frozen stare through the glass. Then words appeared. You've lost the right to closure. He didn't post it publicly. No viral revenge. He sent it privately to colleagues, clients, friends, family. No narration, no accusations. Just truth. By week's end, I was fired. Email deactivated. Parking pass voided. I begged a coworker for a ride home. My family followed suit. My brother finally answered. Marissa, losing your phone is a mistake. This was a choice. My parents were worse. My mother ignored every call. My father sent one message. You didn't just ruin your marriage. You ruined us. Stop calling. Then one night, I stumbled on a discreet video online. My face blurred, but unmistakable. A calm voice narrated. Daniel's words, not his voice. No need for noise to find peace. No need for revenge to heal. Walk away with purpose. Let them fall under the weight of their own choices. Now I live in a tiny apartment with thin walls and damp air. I wipe tables at a diner. I eat instant noodles. I don't miss Daniel because I want him back. I miss him because of how he left with terrifying precision. He didn't destroy me in rage. He let me destroy myself. One morning, the neighbor's radio hummed about weather and traffic. I realized I didn't even know what day it was. That night, I played an old podcast. The guest, Daniel Whitaker, now a strategist for crisis recovery. How do you handle betrayal? The host asked. Daniel's calm voice replied, with patience, with distance, with silence. The host laughed nervously. That sounds harsh. It's effective, Daniel said simply. He never said my name, but every word carried my ruin. Later that evening, I sat on the kitchen floor, holding our wedding photo. His smile, pure, trusting. You didn't deserve this, I whispered, voice breaking. Not for what I lost, but for what I destroyed. Months later, a letter arrived. No return address. Just my name in his handwriting. Inside was a quote. Some storms don't come to destroy. They clear the path. Beneath it, he wrote, I've walked mine. Now walk yours. No signature. No bitterness. Just finality. I don't search for him anymore. I don't scroll his social media. I don't hope for a chance encounter. His revenge wasn't loud, it was silent. And in that silence, I finally heard the truth I'd ignored for years. I wasn't spared pain. I was given clarity.